What's going on, guys? King Strats here, back another video on the channel, and today we are back, second time in 48 hours. We took it back to Wingstop. As of February the 14th, they brought back one of their most popular flavors, which is the Hot Honey Rub, so I had to get it. It's even better because this is a new Wingstop location. It's only my second time going here. Happens to be the second time in a week, but since I have one of the best flavors, and I think this location is better, I had to try it again. So that is what we have on the agenda. We have 10 of their Hot Honey Rub wings, as well as 10 of their Nick's Lemon and Garlic, which is my favorite flavor that stays on the menu. And then we have some of their Parmesan, the corn, because I'm not the biggest fan of their fries. I'm just not the biggest fan of their fries, so I always do this. Also, when you take this, go in their Wingstop Ranch with this. Also got a nice little topic for y'all today. This one's a little more personal, so you might want to stick around for it. I appreciate y'all. Let's get into this video. This is going to sound crazy. I like Wingstop even more now because of this location than before. They put so much more of whatever you're asking for seasoning-wise on it. And when I ask for well done, they cook them perfectly. Look at the bite. And when I tell you I can taste the spicy sweet on their Hot Honey Rub, even more than the original location, I am not in the least exaggerating. I should have got the sandwich. I should have tried the sandwich. It don't matter. Their soda sucks, though. That's the second time I've gone here, and the soda doesn't have like any... It's like they run out of the syrup. It don't close till midnight, and I think it's only like 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7 o'clock. I don't know. Let's try this, though. It's that Nick's Lemon and Garlic. I had this the other day. Rougi hot sauce. It's a buffalo sauce. You gotta do that. I tried to do like the last 3 times I've ordered Wingstop and I kept forgetting. Y'all think I'll be lying when I say I like chips and certain ones. When I did all those new Doritos flavors, I said that was the one I eat the most. I've had like 4 bags of those chips since then. They're so fire to me. Parmesan corn. Everything but this, A+. Wow. Like, look at the coating on that. My other ones do not look like this. It is the best flavor. They need to keep it permanent. Just keep it on the menu. It ain't hurting nobody. Just keep it there. I won't tell nobody. Just keep this right where it's supposed to be. Try something. It doesn't really need the original hot for that one. It's fine by itself. We need to talk. And I want people to know, because I'm always transparent about things. Why I don't put my information or certain things on my page or on the internet, because some people, respectfully, you're just not understanding, and you think it's funny to say the things that you say, but you don't really realize the repercussions that can have. Okay? And I'm going to give you an example of this. A couple of days ago, I did a video on my car, and because I'm always trying to tell people kind of what it is as far as why I did something, why I ended up at this place, etc., I said I just spent a lot of hours at a car dealership, I got a new car, and in the same sentence I said, no, I'm not going to tell you what kind of car it is. Some people, and I read in the comment section, think that I'm just being paranoid, or I had another comment of someone said, why don't you want to tell us we're the ones that more or less pay me? Your viewers are the ones that pay you. You're right. And I'm thankful that you guys watch my videos, or I wouldn't be able to buy that car. That's neither here nor there. But you have to understand something. Some people may think that I'm just being paranoid. You don't see what I see. You only see your point of view. The overwhelming majority of people that interact with me are positive, awesome, grounded, kind people. Overwhelming. I would say 95% of the people that I encounter in my socials. Not just including YouTube, because that's only a small piece of the puzzle. I'm also on Instagram, I'm also on TikTok, I'm also on Twitch. So I have a lot of socials. If you look and you combine the number of people that I have that are looking at my account, not looking, following or subscribed to my accounts, it is over 1 million at this point. I know you don't see that because some people only watch YouTube, but on TikTok alone, it's over 700,000 people at this point. Within those numbers, if I look at my demographics, because I have a creator account, I can look at the demographics of people that are following me. Overwhelmingly, on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, the people are overwhelmingly from the New York area. It says New York City. What they mean by that is the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey. If I put my YouTube in, it shows me as from New York, because it's the New York area. The overwhelming majority of people are from where I'm from. And I'm not trying to sound cool when I say this, but just because I tell you that I got recognized, I'm only telling you when it's relevant to the video. I get recognized a lot more than that. A lot more. Is this a flex? No, it's just reality. It's something that I have even admittedly said I have had a tough time adjusting to. I've talked about going places like Yankee Stadium and having to take pictures with people. That's not normal for me. You have to understand this, though. When there are that many people, and I would say 9 out of every 10 places I go to at this point, people will at least say hello, and that is so awesome. It's so humbling. It's so blessing. All it takes is one person with bad intentions, and that experience is going to get completely shifted on its head. And that happens to a lot of people that are fortunate enough to be in that position. Would I have to deal with that everywhere I go like an actual celebrity? No. But locally, I do. And maybe it's because of where I was raised and how I was raised or whatever, but you've got to be smart when it comes to stuff like that, because again, numbers wise, if I said 95% of the people I interact with have been overwhelmingly nice, even if I said at 1 million people, if you can do math, 95% of 1 million is 950,000. That's still 50,000 people within a small area that might have bad intentions. And I know some people think it's funny when they start trying to guess the make and the model of my car, or where I might be from, or where I live, or all it takes is that one person for that experience to be wrong. And I don't want that. Am I afraid? No. That doesn't mean I'm going to go out looking for trouble or drawing attention to myself for that reason. Again, you don't see the DMs I get. You don't see the comments that don't make it to approved comments, because some of them get flagged for being racist or threatening, death threats, you name it. Now, I signed up for that, and I don't have a problem with it, but what it means is I still have to be careful with what I put out on the internet. There have been celebrities that have accidentally put where they are and gotten in trouble from it. Am I a celebrity? No. Do people know who I am around here? Yes. I have taken more pictures with people than you would ever think, and sometimes I'm like, really? You want a picture with me? I don't keep these pictures. I don't have these pictures, but I can tell you that they exist, and a lot of them do. I could give you numerous instances of videos where I did get recognized, but it wasn't relevant to the video, because if they don't work there, it doesn't matter. But it does happen. So, I've got to be careful. Some people think I'm being paranoid. No, it's just called not being stupid. So some of you say things like you want a house tour, or you want certain things like that. While I would love to do those things for you, I still have to be careful. Because that's how people get swatted. That's how people, all it takes is you to have one information. It's easy. There's a guy on TikTok that can find out where you are just solely based off of like standing outside, and he can find you. That's reality. Again, he's not doing anything wrong with it, but you get the wrong person, they read the wrong, that's just the way that it is. So it's just something that I've kind of had to, over the years, adjust to. I remember when I first started on Instagram, and I was naive to certain things, so when I was in the store I was in, I would post myself in the store. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was grocery shopping, I'd be like, I'm currently in the store and I'm posting stuff. And there was one time an incident where someone saw that and was like, oh, I live there. Oh, it's on site. You know what I'm saying? And you might be like, oh, how do you know he was serious? How do I know he's not? Luckily, nothing came to that. But believe it or not, that same person sent me a DM. He was outside. This was when I first started out. He was literally outside of the store. I wasn't scared. I went and got my stuff, got outside. By the time that he posted that he was outside, I was already gone. But he literally pulled up. He might have just been, but you never know. On a different day, that could have been dangerous. And just because you're not scared of something, doesn't mean you draw attention to it. Because one, I'm not bulletproof. And two, people try you. If something happens and you end up beating them up, you still get in trouble for it. Stuff like that does happen. So, I know some people think it's cute. And they're writing comments like, oh, well, why don't you just tell us? Like, that's why. As far as my family goes, like I said, my pops, I know because I've been around it. I know he can defend himself. He be outside just like everybody else. But y'all want to see my mom? I see people, how come you don't show your sister and stuff like that? Because all it takes is one weirdo. And I'm not dealing with that. The whole moral and the point to what I was saying is, I understand that the majority of y'all don't really get that because you've never had to deal with that. And it's something that I'm adjusting to myself. And some of you are think that I'm just trying to say these things because I act like I'm cool and stuff, or it's not really what it is. But you're only seeing things because you're thinking, oh, well, if I saw him, I would just say hi. And I swear, that's what it is for the most part. There's been a few times I've been out at bars, and some people got a little too, they didn't mean anything by it, they were a little too touchy, and it could have, but I kind of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where they were just being nice, but they were like, you touching me too much, you know what I'm saying? But there hasn't been anything bad, luckily. And I hope there never is. But I still have to be smart about those type of things. Just because you wouldn't do anything doesn't mean that other people, all it takes is one idiot. And I might end up on a t-shirt. And worst case scenario, I'm filming a video in a car. You know what make and model my car is. I'm concentrating on making the video. I don't know what's going on around me. And I'm in neighborhoods that I don't live. I don't know these people. So, again, say worst case scenario, I got robbed on camera. Y'all would just watch that and be like, man, that sucks for you. Yes, it does. But that actually happened to me. Like, I get that people have this idea of what, like, a social media, like, you know, they call it parasocial. If it was up to me and the world wasn't the way it was, y'all would know my everything. But, one, I got to protect my family. And two, I have to protect myself. I live in New Jersey. I live in a heavily populated part of New Jersey. People can at least surmise that I'm where I'm from in the area because you can see I'm talking about my area. But don't be trying to put exactly where I'm at, or don't, like, because it's dangerous, man. I know some of y'all don't really think like that, but I'm just saying it again respectfully. Just please respect my privacy. If I feel comfortable talking about something, I will. But if I say I'm not comfortable talking about something, don't sit there, and people have done this to me on Twitch too, don't sit there and try to guess or tell people, oh, one person was like, congratulations on a new car that I got, and he was trying to make a model. You couldn't be more wrong. But I still don't need that kind of stuff. I don't need that type of energy. You get what I'm saying? And I don't like being serious like this. I don't want to, like, you know, like, have a conversation like this, and I know this is still going to fall on deaf ears for some people, but at least I put it out there. But I know some people are going to be like, it ain't that deep. It's not to you, because this isn't your reality, it's mine. And I don't want nothing to happen to nobody I care about or myself. Y'all don't really understand that, that's fine. I hope that you get blessed enough, because I've been extremely blessed, that you get in a position that you got to worry about that stuff. But if you do, you'll understand. There's a lot of people that you think are celebrities. Some are celebrities, but they got security with them. They're in plain clothes. But there's someone, there might just be one person with them, but there's somebody with them, and they got something on them. And you might not realize it, but they do. I'm out there, it's just me. And I'm not scared, but again, I'm not a moron. There's a difference. Anybody who, there's a difference between being scared and being dumb. And sometimes being scared is good because it makes you not dumb. But even if you're not scared, don't be dumb. And when I was in college, I had to deal with this on a scale of being in college. I went to an FCS school, which is Division 1, but it's not Ohio State. And we still have people that was like that, where people would show us love where we were at. If I was at the bar, if I was at a restaurant, and people would come up to us and congratulate us, and you could see people at the corner of your eye being like, turning their face up. And in certain cases, it turned violent. multiple times. So, I learned my lesson when it comes to that stuff. I've witnessed it. Some people just don't like you. And you got to deal with that. So, I had to say that to y'all. Again, I love y'all. And if you love me, just understand, you don't want nothing to happen to me, right? So, we'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.